So, Armenian nation implements the right of peaceful protests, achieved the goal and stopped the third term in power of President Sargsyan, former president. Velvet Revolution was made in a very difficult situation. We have ongoing military confrontation with Azerbaijan on one side and in another one Artsakh and Armenia. We have critical social economic situation, poverty and deepening social stratification in our country. So the peaceful shift of the power was the only way to avoid escalation on the border and civil clashes inside the country. That's why Velvet Revolution was peacefully and bloodless. So revolution became real only after the decision of Sargsyan to stay in power for the third time. He was the president of Armenia 2 times, about 10 years, and nowadays wanted to inaugurate for the third time as a prime minister, head of state, after constitutional reforms and shift to parliamentary model of republic. So it was the only trigger of these protests, and it was justice reason for this Velvet Revolution. On April 23, the people of Armenia won and forced Sargsyan to resign. Nowadays, there are political and street activity to keep this victory alive and force temporary authority to organize new and honest parliamentary elections. The leaders of Velvet Revolution have not proclaimed any political slogans against Russia or Eurasian Economic Union. Armenian opposition is considered as pro-Western, but in reality they can't do more than the comprehensive and enhanced partnership agreement which was signed between European Union and Armenia during the last year. So, in other side, Eurasian Economic Union gives 180 million market for Armenian production. Collective Security Treaty Organization gives Armenia the access to cheap and modern Russian arms supplies, which is needed to restrain Azerbaijan. Russian military base in Gyumri restrain Turkey in the western border of Armenia. So, in this difficult geopolitical situation, Russian-Armenian relations remains strategic for Armenia, and at the same time, European Union and United States of America can't provide above-mentioned support for Armenia. That's why there are not any triggers to seriously change geopolitical orientation of the Republic of Armenia. Maximal change could be in a tactical level where new political figures will try to play on the problems with Russian side concerning the rights of Armenian workers in the Russian Federation and concerning Russian arms supplies in Azerbaijan. So we definitely could say that Russia is very neutral and considering this issue as internal for Armenia. So there is no foreign interaction in Armenian political process. Velvet Revolution in Armenia is very different from Ukrainian Maidan, mostly because of the stressful situation in Nagorno-Karabakh. We can see new consultations on Artsakh issue during the meeting of Erdogan and new appointed in the frame of fake elections in Azerbaijan President Aliyev. We know that Azerbaijan and Turkey are in alliance against Armenia and waiting for a good chance to take back Artsakh and prepare for new military and political actions against Armenia and Artsakh. For their part, the people of Armenia are historically survived during the genocide in 1915. had won in very difficult conditions in Nagorno-Karabakh war in the first part of 19th. And now people understand the risks of destabilization and preferred bloodless and peaceful protest in order to not weaken the state on the face of possible military escalation in Karabakh region. Yes, Armenian civil society mostly consists of pro-Western non-governmental organizations, NGOs, because of the huge financial aid flowing in Armenia from EU and USA. Some of that organizations even doesn't only work for their mission, but also work to change authorities in Armenia. Now we can say that these organizations and the members of these organizations have participated in Velvet Revolution actively and waiting for their chance to be a part of new authorities and change geopolitical orientation of Armenia and the style of working of some government organizations. But it will be wrong to say that in this step we can see publicly approved interaction in Armenian internal policy from the Western side. It could be appeared in the next months if it's real.